going to stop pointing to it because I don't know which side it's on. Is it this side? Maybe it's this side. Who knows? Welcome back to Rewind with bschwitty, because that's America's ass. Today, we are doing something crazy. It's a Wednesday, which is usually Wind Down Wednesdays back in the olden days where we would do something fun like crazy pairings. But now, that's on Monday. If you've come for the crazy pairings on Wednesday, you're in the wrong place. Go back to Monday. Regardless, today is Mulled Wine Day. Mulled Wine Day. That's M-O-L-D, no. M-U-L-L-E-D, mulled. And for Mulled Wine Day, we're going to celebrate by learning some facts about mulled wine. Previously, we did an episode on mulled wine for National Mulled Wine Day, and you can find a link to it in the upper right-hand corner. It's the rewind recipe for mulled wine, which I highly recommend. It's still cold and wintry in some places across the U.S. right now, and in the Northern Hemisphere. You might want the reprieve of some hot, spiced wine. But what we're doing today requires the Rewind Fact Board 2.0. And we're going to talk to you about... Let's start with the basics. What is mulled wine? Well, mulled wine is wine that has been heated with sugar and spices, and sometimes with added fruits and or brandy. In German, it is known as Glühwein, which is German for glow wine. Mulled wine was a common way to serve wine in the Middle Ages, as the spices and honey helped to mask any imperfections that occurred in the wine. Remember, wine quality wasn't as good back then in the Middle Ages, as there was no modern winemaking or preservation techniques being used, because, again, the Middle Ages. You were literally drinking out of a barrel. Common elements in mulled wine include red wine, cinnamon, and clove. But recipes can vary wildly around the world, and it is found in many regions across Europe and in the Southern Hemisphere. We mentioned German Glühwein just moments ago, which is the German variation of mulled wine, and usually it is a drink enjoyed during the Christmas season, also enjoyed in Alsace, which is in France. But it is also used in a drink called Feuersandbolle, in which a rum-soaked sugar loaf, which is apparently a European style of sugar cubes that's actually a mound, that's a loaf, is set on fire on top a goblet of mulled wine, which then the fire burned sugar drips into. In Nordic countries, mulled wine is referred to as glögg, and it is also consumed during the winter holidays. Glögg is commonly served with raisins, dried cloves, almonds, and even ginger snaps inside of it, usually added just before serving. And from here, I just got lazy in my research and have a list of mulled wine names from around the world and Wikipedia. So let's just get this straight. Usually they're consumed at wintertime, which, if you remember, is in the middle of the year for the Southern Hemisphere. So here we go. In Croatia, Bosnia, and Northern Macedonia and Serbia, mulled wine is known as Kuhano vino, or Kuvano vino, and it's made from red or white wine and various combinations of nutmegs, cloves, cinnamon, sugar, honey, and orange zest, and often served with slices of orange or lemon. In the south and southeast of Brazil, it is called Vino Quente, or Quentão, and it's typically made with red wine there. In Bulgaria, it is called Grejano Vino, and consists of red wine, honey, and peppercorn. In Chile, it is called Candola in the south, and Vino Navegado in the north. In Chechnya, mulled wine is referred to as... Why do I try to do different languages? I'm not good at the different languages. It translates to boiled wine. In Slovakia, mulled wine is called Varne Vino, also boiled wine. In France, it is called Vin chaud, which is hot wine, and it typically consists of red wine mixed with honey, cinnamon, and orange. In Hungary, it is called Forrét bor, which is also boiled wine. Apparently, it's just called boiled wine. Italy, mulled wine is typically in the northern part of the country and is called vin brûlé, which is taken from the French word vin brûlé, which means burnt wine, which the French don't call it that. In Latvia, it is called it's hot wine. In Lithuania, it is called Glintveinas, or Karstas Vinus, hot wine. In Moldova and Romania, it is Ibzvar, which is made from red wine with black pepper and honey. In the Netherlands, it is known as bschwitty, which is literally bishop's wine. Bishop's wine is drunk during the Sinterklaas holiday. No idea. In North Macedonia, it is called Vareno Vino. In Poland, it is Grzane Wino, heated wine. In Portugal, it is mainly in the Douro or Minho provinces, and is called Vinho Quente, why in Brazil, which has Portuguese influence, it is also called that. In Russia and Ukraine, it is called Glühwein, which is a popular drink during the winter. And in Geneva, Switzerland, they call it Weinschad, which is consumed during the festivities surrounding l'Escalade. So after that info dump, the one thing that you should really take away from this is that mulled wine is an international drink, usually consumed in the modern day during the winter or when it's cold out. It is generally made by combining wine with spices and heating it up, sometimes some fruit. And that just about makes... Thank you, Rewind Fact Board, for that. Let me know how you're going to celebrate Mulled Wine Day by telling me in the comments below. Have you ever made mulled wine? I'm curious. My recipe is very easy to follow and it is delicious. Don't forget to celebrate Mulled Wine Day by sharing, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And smash that little bell icon to get notifications when I release a new episode, because all of that really helps with the algorithm on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram over at Rewind Show or on Twitter at bschwitty, and I think I'm even on Facebook at facebook.com/bschwitty. That's it for today. This has been Rewind. My name is bschwitty, and I will catch you on Friday.